That's right, it's the 4th of July. That means parades, activities, cookouts, and fireworks. But where were we going to be this 4th of July that's special? Well, I'll tell you. We went out to Nelson Ledge's race course. The course is located near Warren, Ohio, and for years many classes of sports cars race there every summer. They come out on trailers and spend the weekend enjoying the hospitality that is known as Nelson Ledge's. And FIAT of Strongsville was there as the official pace car and safety cars for the July 4th races. There would be many classes of races there, and Pat Prill invited both us and Miss Italia of Ohio out to help celebrate the events. A number of Fiats would be used for safety vehicles and the pace vehicle for the actual races. This was going to be a special day for FIAT. But FIAT is no stranger to racing. The great Mephistopheles of the 1920s was one of the masterful cars of the period. And through the years, other cars and brands that FIAT owns, like Ferrari, raced all around the world. FIAT is even readying the new 500 Abarth for a racing career. Many classes of cars would be racing that day, and racing is really a lifestyle. People come out in trailers with their cars and even live in trailers on the track for the days of the race. It's a very dedicated sport, a long-term effort, and is rarely rewarded with a win. But first there was much to be done. We had to get a tech inspection. This required a safety check of the vehicle, and we even got weighed in on the scales. Then we headed out to the track. Being the pace car would be fun, but it's also serious business. The cars are required to help the other racers match up speeds for the initial lap in order to make a start. If cars get out of sync, a start can be very dangerous on the track. If there is a mishap in the race, that's where the safety cars come in. They'll move around the track and alert other drivers of danger in an area and help get officials to the area as fast as possible. Well, everything was in place. Pat Prill had given Miss Italia the checkered flags for the winners, and we set off on our first lap as the pace car. Out on the track, the cars following us closely matched their speeds to get ready for the start of the race. And off they went. We pulled into the pits, and they continued on the track. The race was on. Nelson's Ledges can be a complicated course. It starts in the pits where we were, winds its way through a woods, and to a very difficult section called the carousel. It's a tight right-hander. It can often throw off inexperienced drivers. Then it's down a long back straight that leads into a curve and a shorter straight, and then a turn that leads back into the pit area, the start-finish line. This was going to be a great day. As the race progressed, with drivers vying for position, Miss Italia readied herself in the tower to wave the checkered flag. The white flag was raised first to signal the final lap of the race. And then the checkered flag was up, the winner proclaimed, and into the pit row to receive his checkered flag from Miss Italia. Everybody had a great time. At the end of the day, even Miss Italia got a trip around the race course in the pace car with one of the officials. She said she'll always remember the time spent at Nelson Ledges with FIAT of Strongsville.